Hello there, welcome to the adventure with me and Betsy. Today we're out with a longer lens. Got up this morning and I just fancied something totally different really. So I've bought out a 70-200 f2.8 on the Canon 5D Mark IV, and let's go and zoom in and see what we can catch. My plan for today then is just have a little walk around, and I'm looking pretty much in the distance just for little scenes and just something that's going to take my eye. There's a lot of trees and stuff here with a lot of green moss, so I may get some of that, or if I just see a pretty little scene in the distance on the hill, that's pretty much all I'm after, just something at distance. That will look nice. Beautiful morning though, beautiful morning. I do like this little tree. I just turned around and I've just seen this. There was another piece on that, but it's broke off. It broke off a while ago. So I might just try and line something up here, zoom in. I'll have to go forward a bit, and I do like this little area. It's beautiful. See if we can find something. Yeah, join me in a minute. So my first shot is these beautiful green roots on these trees, the green moss, and I'm loving the way the sun is just lighting them up. Not sure about the photo, so I'll save this till the end, and I'm going to carry on round and see if we can find something else. But the thing that caught me is the sunlight just trying to come through and just light the green up from the back side. It looks beautiful, it does. Let's carry on. Just come across this beautiful little couple of trees. There's some beautiful green, and there's the white of the silver birch, there's the green of the moss, there's texture in it. It's got everything absolutely beautiful, it is. Let me just show you the back of the camera while I'm framing up. So for this shot, I'm literally just concentrating on these limbs. There's a bit of the bench there which I shall clone out or just crop out in Photoshop. I don't really want to focus stack images today, so I am literally going to just focus on this birch here to make sure that I've got the detail in it. I'm going to zoom in, focus, which looks pretty good. Zoom back out. Because I've got a heavy lens on a heavy camera, I am going to put a 10-second timer on just to give it time to settle completely, because the slide is a little bit of movement and you can pick it up. It doesn't rock much, this tripod, it's pretty firm, but just to make sure, I am going to drop a 10-second timer on it. The settings for this, ISO 100, I'm shooting f11. I'm just slightly underexposed because the sun is literally just up here to the right, and she's lighting everything up, so just to darken the scene down a bit. I will pull the shadows back in Photoshop. Dead easy to do, and if this shot turns out any good, here it is. So, tell me what you think of that image. Do you like it? I am actually going to hang on here just for 5 or 10 minutes. The sun is up there and it is just starting to come through and light up the edges of these silver birch from where I'm standing now, I don't know if it'll pick it up on the GoPro, but there are some beautiful just lines around the edge, around the rim of the trees. So I'm going to hang on a bit, and as the sun moves, I'm going to try and just see if we get something just lit and just that little bit more appealing. Does look beautiful though. So as always, just as the light starts to appear as you want it, you get a family of people come walking through the scene and you can't take the shot. The trees now are just lighting up beautiful. The sun has moved around just enough to just put that little tiny bit of edge light on, and I've now got to wait for these people to move, so it is what it is, and yeah, just got to be patient. Hopefully will pay off. And this is just fading as I'm talking now. Hopefully it'll come back. A trick you can do with instances like this, when you get people walking through the scene, you can still get your shot, and even though they're in the shot, when they've gone you can take another one. If you're on a tripod especially, just take another one after, and then the area where the people are, just mask it out with your second shot with no one there, and it's quite easy to do. I've done it before quite a few times with cars and stuff in the scene, and as the car's gone I've just stayed there, got the shot without a car there or people, and then just mask that in on the photograph with a good light, and you've got your image. Photoshop and Lightroom are brilliant for masking things, and yeah, use that to your advantage as well. Been waiting 20 minutes. There's a little tiny bit of rim light, it's not much. You will see it on the photograph at the end. Still a pretty little scene, and I think I shot that just at about 150mm. That is a nice thing with the zoom lens, you can just pull the scene into you rather than get up close with something like a 24-70. With that slightly longer lens you can just pull everything in, and looks fantastic. I am loving now the way the green, let me just come over here and show you this. The green moss on these trees, and especially the one there, I love the way they're lighting up with the sun. So it is just blue sky. It forecast showers, which we haven't got, and we've got blue sky, so I think I might try and catch some of this sunlight just lighting up a couple of these green mossy trees. They look fantastic. So yeah, Betsy for once, guess what, I can see her in front of me. As yet she hasn't run off. No doubt there is still time. It is Betsy after all. If anybody who's met Betsy and knows her will know she is a pain. She will get a scent, or if she is a pheasant, game over, she's gone. Right, I'm going to carry on and let's see if we can catch something up here. There's a beautiful old gate and fence up here I'm going to try and catch, so join me there. Loving the tree with a little fork coming off, like a little Y shape. The sun is lighting it up beautiful, and some fantastic texture on it. So I am going to take a quick vertical of this. I'm going to shoot it at f2.8 just to try and get the detail on the tree itself, and just try to blur slightly the background. It is very cluttered and very busy, so I don't really think it's going to do it for me. But I like the scene, I like the tree, I love the texture in it, the colours and the way it's lighting up, so I will get it and I will put it on at the end of the video for you. The sun is getting brighter and brighter now as it's coming up in the sky, so I am going to struggle, I think, to find an image. I may go and have a walk over that way. There's some trees there, see if we can get some green moss in there, but in the open now it is just really bright and the sun's getting very harsh, so it will be blowing these images out. So yeah, I'm going to try and get some shade and try and find some moss in there, and just something to zoom in on, just to get detail in an intimate little scene. That's the kind of thing I'm after today. Still good to be out though. Betsy's having a great time. Just look at this beautiful gnarly little tree. I have just took a quick shot. It is very hot on the left, it's very dark on the right. I'll probably just do something with it in Photoshop. I'm loving just the colours, the textures, the twists and turns on it. It's not a fantastic image. I've just shot it at f2.8 again to try and blur some of the background out. Just to get that separation between this tree and everything else going on. But again, it's one of them things that have caught my eye, so I've took the shot and I like it. Really struggling to find shots this morning. As I say, the sky is blue, the sun is bright, it's coming up above the trees now, and everything is hot and it's harsh, and I don't like it. So I'm now going to head back to where I was first and just see if we can see just a couple of backlit trees, maybe a little bit of backlit moss. If not, looks like an early cup of tea. I say early. I've been over here a couple of hours. Betsy's had a really good run. She's happy, so yeah, she's having a great time. Off hunting as usual. Luckily, no pheasant today, so that's a godsend. Yeah, I'll walk into these trees now, just see if I can catch some backlit moss. So, just looking at this little scene now, so if you pick it up on the GoPro again, we've got a nice little coppice of trees, and the sun is lighting it up from the right hand side. From the eye, it looks beautiful. Let me just show you the back of the camera and I'll talk you through the shot. So, as you can see, the sun is just lighting up all the right hand edges of these trees. It does look absolutely beautiful. Again, I'm going to shoot this as a single shot at f2.8. I'm going to focus on the tree there, which should put the rest of the trees all in close proximity to each other and almost on the same plane. I'll try it at f2.8 and I will try another one at f4 just to try and get them all sharp, but I don't want to do focus stacking because you end up focusing on every tree. So I just want a simple image. I am underexposed, just a third of a stop, maybe go down to 0.7 of a stop. As I say, I've upped the ISO a bit as well just to catch that light, so I'm up onto ISO 320, which is giving me 3/20th of a second as well at f2.8. There is a little bit of movement in the trees, which is why I've upped the ISO to get me a faster shutter speed. So yeah, I'm going to take this shot now at f2.8, and then I'm going to take another one at f4, and I'm going to zoom in just to make sure I have still got focus on this tree. Take that one at f4, and I'll just see which one looks the best in Photoshop, and I'll put it on for you right now. Time to go home and get a cup of tea. The sun is getting up too high now. Again, we've still got blue skies, just there's a little tiny bit of high white cloud, but it's nothing. It's not moving that fast either. I have bought some filters with me to try and do some long exposure with the clouds, because as I said earlier, it has forecast rain this morning and strong winds, and it's pretty calm, to be honest, and blue sky. So yeah, I've got a couple of nice photos, so I'm quite happy. It's just something different to what I normally take as well, you know, with a longer lens. And I do like some of the backlit trees. They look lovely with just a little bit of rim light on them. They do look really good. Please, as always, like and subscribe. There are links down below in the description to all the gear that I use, and to my sister and brother-in-law's guest house on the Isle of Mull. Please check that out. It's the Otter Holt at De Branna. It's a self-catering annex on the side of the house. Absolutely beautiful. There is a video on here. If you search for it, it'll come up somewhere. Please check it out. If you fancy the Isle of Mull for some beautiful wildlife, give them a call and book in. I'll just put all the photos on now and go and get me a cup of tea. Until next time, take it easy.